James Gunn, James Gunn's DC universe is continuing with the second film from DC and James Gunn and company. He did not direct this. He did not write this, but I've seen the trailer and he might as well have done that. It's very Gunn inspired. Alan, you have not seen the trailer.
I have not. I saw the teaser.
I'm gonna show it to you and we'll talk about it on the back end. Hang on. Crypto is about to piss on a newspaper, the Daily Planet. It says Superman saves town from nuclear reactor explosion. And what does Crypto do? Takes a piss on Superman.
You managed to get most of it on the paper this time. Good job, buddy.
Nihilism is back, baby. Irreverence is back, baby. Nihilism is here.
Hi, Cars are out. Hereby declare the 23 will be the best year yet. Let's be honest, babe, it's not a very high bar to clear.
I bet she's never been drunk in her life.
I didn't know any of you were still alive. What was it like to lose everything in a day?
Proton didn't die in a day. The gods are not that kind. Okay, this does not look like this is gonna end well. For you guys.
Do you have this on your planet? Have powers like you?
No, it's a pretty small group of two.
You're like Superman, like.
He sees the good in everyone. And I see the truth.
Opens June 26, 2026. 1 week before our country's 250th birthday. America. Happy birthday to you.
Yes,
Alan,
truth, justice, whatever.
Yeah, it's so funny because nihilism and irreverence, I feel like it's gone on so long. It's now become tiresome, expected. She's wearing like she's got this trench coat a la Star-Lord in the first Guardians. She's listening to music. It's got that Gun soundtrack thing. We've got Blondie singing Call Me. What is that? A song from 1981? 80?
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, to
that,
your point, I'll just add to what you're saying.
Please.
The trailer feels like Marvel movies after, trying to copy James Gunn, which is
right.
Every Marvel movie after Endgame. And that's what this is. It's not even a good replication of James Gunn. Right.
Well, the newspaper that Crypto urinated on with Superman also says, there's a headline, if you look close, says Supergirl saves a cat. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't. And
that's
no
okay.
one knows. Yeah.
That's okay.
You're the only one who saw it.
I've seen this trailer more than once. I gotta say, it just seems dated. And the messaging, you know what would be a messaging that would stand out would be a heroic woman that we can look up to. And as it is, she's a flawed hero. Now, she can have flaws, she can feel insecure, but I feel like, who do young boys and girls have as heroes now? They've taken them all away. They've deconstructed every hero, or race or gender swap them. When I was a kid, I had William Shatner, Captain Kirk. I had Captain Kirk as someone to look up to. I had Luke Skywalker, fighting his demons, trying to be good. I had Superman, Chris Reeves, and I thought about those heroes all the time as a kid. I was the right age for all those movies in first run, and they inspired me. And the kind of media that kids are getting now, I feel sad. And do the people who work on these movies, do they even have kids? Alan, you're a father to a daughter. I'm a father to a daughter. I don't know that my daughter would like this.
Right. Well, I mean, I've said it before, but it's, Supergirl is a character that Gen Z can relate to. But the problem is you want a movie that Gen Z can aspire it to be, a character that inspires you to be better than you currently are. I don't know that why would you promote? Let's just say that the target goal of Supergirl is $500 million. This trailer does not inspire me to want to not only see the movie but see it over and over again, which is what you need to reach that $500 million point.
Yeah.
And my point is, I this idea that we're promoting an unlikable character and expect people to flock to theaters is just a bad marketing misstep. And I don't even get a sense that there's a character arc, that this is where she is at the beginning of the movie, and by the end, she changes and sees the light. You just really don't get that sense in this. And so why would I see it? Why would I see a depressing movie about a superhero? And is it going to reach that $500 million mark? I just don't think so. I think you're going to have a very weak opening unless they can turn it around with the trailers.
Well, I'll say this. It will not make more than Superman.
Mm-hmm.
And I stick to that.
Yeah.
It will not make more. And is anyone in Hollywood, I mean, I know James Gunn is married, but he's never had kids. You are a different person.
No, he has kids. He
does?
Yeah, with his first wife. With
Jenna Fisher?
Yeah, Jenna Fisher. Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
I believe they have one kid.
No, I never knew that he did. I could be wrong. He doesn't have kids. Sorry.
Okay.
Alan, you're incorrect. So he does not have kids. You're a changed person when you have children. There's a responsibility. I feel none of the people making these movies about heroes, did they know? I mean, look, we're not the target audience. I'm watching this out of nostalgia, that I grew up reading comics, that I love things that are genre. I am not a normie, okay? When it comes to certain properties, I am not a normie, all right? And really, we're not creating new heroes for a new generation. And I think not being a parent, there's a responsibility. What I exposed my kids to when they were old enough they could start watching certain types of movies were the movies I grew up watching. Things like Back to the Future, Superman, Star Wars, of films of that era. And I like to feel I gave them a positive media diet, but there hardly are any new things that are positive. It's disheartening. Yeah, he doesn't have kids.
Yeah, he doesn't. Anyways.
Well,
I mean, where kids get heroes today is wrestling, professional wrestling. Because it's clearly defined. These are the baby faces are the heroes we aspire to be. The heels are the villains we want to boo. That we visibly want to get angry at. And wrestling is all about that drama between the extremes of good and evil. And John Cena's retiring tomorrow. That's the last really great storytelling art form at the moment is professional wrestling. I just saw Timothy Chalamet do an interview with Cody Rhodes, and all they talked about was wrestling and how great storytelling is in wrestling.
Well, I think we need heroes. It is important to have. Even when I was a kid, I had heroes in many spaces. George Washington was a hero to me. Abraham Lincoln was a hero to me. When I was a kid, I loved history class because it was stories about our country, America, and I felt I was imbued as a kid with lots of positive heroes that formed a lot of my character and how I see things in the world. And what we're getting is too many stories that that create heroes with sort of, just they don't have the virtues of true heroism, or they're anti-heroes like a Cruella de Vil. Matt Walsh recently did a video about Cruella de Vil and how Disney has this trend now of taking the villains and telling their side of the story. And we might look at that video and comment on it, but they're showing, well, this is the villain had a point. The villain had a point of view, but I grew up when villains were bad, just bad, and the hero had virtues that were admirable. I mean, the villains may have been more interesting than the hero, like Luke Skywalker, kind of milquetoast, but I thought constantly about these heroes as a kid, and it had a huge impact on me, and I feel sad for kids today.